We're live.
Kirby's
Um,
new melody.
so,
Ooh.
our first of all, I want to say, roll 20, fix your stuff. That's just out the gate. Um,
I'm
you
his
know,
interpreter. He said, fix your shit.
yeah, because we spent the last, I don't know, 20 minutes just trying to get people on and able to see each other and still can't do it. So we're having to use Discord for audio, roll 20. Um, so, you know, and I pay money for your service. So,
Even worse.
yeah. I,
Dude.
yeah, I pay for the premium access, which should somehow
That
grant
makes
me
it
better
way
things,
worse.
right? I mean, it means you
To
guys
at
get to
least
load
give
in.
you access.
Yeah. So, anyways, there's that. All right. So, it's like we're playing a game here. You guys, last time, started to travel to the Minotaur Nation. It's a 4 week journey from where we were to where we're going. Currently, we're in a town whose name I've got to try and remember. Load in, load in. Probably put a name. Uh, Cyobaran. Yeah, probably shouldn't have used their random name generator. But anyways, you're in Cyobaran. You guys, when you arrived, were greeted by some guards. Seems like they're being a little extra cautious about who comes in and leaves the city and whatnot. Given that there's been a lot of turmoil in this part of the nation. Um, so you got in, and Miss was looking for some magic shops, but with no success at the moment. Other than that, there was one that sold like joke magic items, um, and you guys are still pretty freshly in town. You have Hugo, the merchant, the junk merchant, with you. Uh, he's basically doing, you know, anything for a buck, right? Uh, and Melody's character acting maybe a little more weird than normal, but also there's some something going on with her bag of holding, and the flap keeps opening, and Gray saw a skeletal hand kind of pop out the last time the flap
I was a
opened,
squirrel.
and yeah, and Melody's trying to maintain that it's a squirrel, and that's kind of where we're at, right? That's what's going on in this very moment. Cool.
I'm gonna burn the city down.
Oh, were you talking to me?
Yeah, you. Are you just gonna let the whole skeletal hand peeking out of the bag just
I thought we
let it go?
already did this part.
Well, yeah. Well, we were sort of
We
like,
told everybody.
yeah. He told everybody, and that's kind of where we're at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what am I supposed to do about that? Everybody else is just kind of looking at me. There's a skeleton hand in her bag.
That's moving on its own.
Yes.
Yeah.
Melody, what's in your
What?
bag?
What the God said.
What the god said.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me put down the child. Yeah, it's a squirrel. And, you know, I got some bones from Tweak. But, yeah.
Pull out the squirrel.
Okay, what do I have to roll to pull out the squirrel?
I mean, in the bag of holding, theoretically, whatever you stick your hand in, it should just give to you. So you should be able to just
Oh,
pull the
yeah,
squirrel out.
I guess I pull out the squirrel.
I mean, you can roll on Dex to see how well you hold on to the squirrel once you pull it out, because it's gonna. I mean, it's gonna be feisty.
Sure enough, it was a squirrel, but the squirrels don't look like a bony hand. But whatever.
Hold on, I'm gonna actually see if I actually care to hold on to the squirrel, or if I'm just gonna drop it on the floor when I pull it out. Okay, I do try to hold on to the squirrel, so let me roll on Dex to, like, keep it and basically throw it back in the bag. What do I have on Dex? I never roll on Dex, so probably not good. Okay.
I mean, as a bard, I feel like your deck should be pretty good.
It's not. I mean, it's okay, but oh yeah, it's good enough. I show the squirrel and I throw it back in the bag.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it squirms, but you maintain a pretty firm grip on it. So,
Squirrel! Boom.
yeah.
All right, now pull out the bones.
Now pull out the bones. Okay. I have many bones.
Pull out all of the bones.
All of the bones.
Is this Fiamma?
Yes.
Okay.
If it was Clancy, it'd be more like this.
Okay.
Pull the
I was
bones
gonna
out,
say, it
bitch.
sounds like Fiamma. I want it to be Clancy now.
Let me see something.
So Hugo's still there with you guys, and Hugo's like, kind of looks over at Gotrin as a fellow small person, and he says, "What's going on here?"
They like bones.
I mean, everyone likes a good bone every now and then, but I don't think that's what we're talking about.
Nope. Nope.
I just look at him quizzically and shrug, like he's crazy.
Okay, so character level, or out of character.
Yeah.
Can I roll charisma to only pull out some of the bones in my bag and be convincing that it's all of them?
You can.
You realize Fiamma's not going to buy any of your shit. You know that, right?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean it's a hard one, right? So I mean, you can roll charisma to see how well you spin it, anyways. I suppose.
I have a lot of bones. Including like a second skull and stuff like that. So I'm gonna roll on charisma and see. 8.
Like it'll sound believable, but I mean, if the rest of you want to roll to basically detect her
Deception.
Bullshit.
her deception,
That's the
yeah,
word you're looking for?
or not.
What are we rolling it on?
What do you roll on?
Roll on I guess intellect or wisdom. Choose.
Ooh. Well,
Because it could be that you're smart enough to know, or it could be that you know Melody well enough to know.
Crap.
it's just it's
I
nothing.
believe you.
I guess it's nothing.
Yeah, Gotron definitely doesn't believe you though.
Clancy rolled a 7.
Oh!
And Fiamma rolled a 13.
I don't believe shit.
Yeah,
I rolled a 13. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Nah, she's not telling a lie though.
I'm gonna speak up and be like, cut the bullshit. Something weird's been going on. Fucking empty that thing.
Maybe I was wrong.
okay, so
I believe you,
one just
Melody.
give me like
I was wrong.
half a second.
I mean, I can't. That was my roll. I believe it.
So Melody, you've got some options. You can, I mean, obviously they're calling you out on some of your BS
Nah,
as you
I
produce the
was wrong.
bones. So you could just fess up, right? Or you could try and run away. You could attack them. So I mean, what are you feeling in this moment?
Hold on 1 second.
I'm gonna say all those would be terrible decisions out of character.
Oh yeah, but that's
All those are terrible decisions. But
okay. I have a wheel, so give me a second.
I
Oh.
walk up and gently take the skull out of from her hand, or did she already throw it back in the bag?
That's up to her.
she's never pulled this. She hasn't pulled the bones
Well, she-
out
she's-
yet.
Oh, it's just a squirrel.
Yeah. Well, the scroll came out and went back in.
No,
Okay.
I pulled other bones out.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
It's a different collection of bones,
Okay.
other than the ones
Well,
you
it's
probably saw.
if anybody believes you, and obviously Gray is the only one that actually believes you, and Fiamma and Clancy. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you rolled on
Clancy's-
Clancy.
Clancy, yeah, he rolled like an 8, but Clancy's terrified of her, so he's not really going to call her out with an 8.
I didn't call her out. I just said there was a bone hand that moved.
No, like even if he
I've
doesn't
seen-
believe, he still thinks that she's the devil. So
well, okay.
Actually, Melly, will you roll a Constitution roll for me too while we're just
Okay,
doing
cool.
all
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
This is what we're doing now. This is where we are. All right.
just remember, James, this is where we live.
Okay. Oh shit.
Yeah. So while you guys are sitting having this conversation, a full-fledged, fully assembled skeleton burst forth from the bag. What does the skeleton say?
Guys. I know that this sounds really wonky, but I'm actually Melody.
So as the skeleton protrudes
What
forth,
the fuck?
yelling that I'm Melody, Melody reaches out, and black tendrils spring forth from her fingers, wrapping around the skeleton, trying to force it back in the bag.
It's like, I'm nothing to see here.
I close. I look at it with my magical eye to see if I can see anything, perceive anything different from it. With my new emerald eyeball infused into my skull.
Yeah. So and what we decided that was basically it was like infrared, like heat signature.
I don't
right?
care.
Yeah.
We'll see whatever we can see out of it.
Yeah.
Anything different?
Yeah. So I mean, the skeleton is exhibiting some amount of heat. It seems to have a sort of a magical warmth to it almost. And the Melody's body is probably a lot more hot than a normal person's body at the moment.
Normal person. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what you're seeing.
So I portray this to the group and tell them that it's a little odd. She's a lot hotter, not in the good sense than she should be.
So while he's saying that, these tendrils are shoving this other skeleton back in the bag. What is the skeleton saying?
Don't believe it, guys. Don't believe it. It trapped me in here.
I try to grab the bag.
Yes, that's exactly what I was about to say.
So you want to grab the bag?
Roll. Is that a dex roll? I just want to like tackle it and sit on it.
So both Mist and Gotron are going for the bag.
Yeah.
Are you doing this? Bag of holding.
Are you doing this as a joint effort then? I assume.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah. Why not?
Then who's going to assist who? I guess. So you see each other going for the bag at the same time, and so you have a split second to decide who's going to help who get the bag.
I don't care.
Okay. Well, Gotron, you roll in strength. Mist, you roll in assist.
I did. I got
Okay.
a 13.
Oh, okay. We'll go ahead and roll your assist, Mist. Just for funsies.
13.
Yeah. So you guys are gonna wrestle this thing away from her. Pretty lickety split. How do you intend on doing it?
I just wanted to kind of grab it and sit on it.
Yeah, Gotron grabs the bag, and I use my dexterity to undo the strap around the neck and shoulders, however she's carrying it, so that it comes completely off.
Sorry, real quick. I missed that because I was talking to Gloriano. Why are we taking her bag? I thought the skeleton's out.
The skeleton was jumping out of the bag and yelling, "Hey, it's me, Melody!" And then Melody's black tendrils came out, wrapped around the skeleton, and started shoving it back in the bag. Then Gotron tackles Melody to remove the bag from her. Meanwhile, Mist is undoing the bag so it frees from her as they sort of yank the bag free. So as you yank the bag free, you have the bag and it comes away. She still has a hold of the skeleton, and the skeleton gets yanked out of the bag as it gets pulled away. And now Melody's holding the skeleton in the air. And
Look at Gotron, and I say, "Can I say throw me the bag real quick?"
Sure, I throw it.
All right, I put it in my bag.
Oh,
You have a bag- the universe
isn't
implies
that
you can't
really
put a bag of
dangerous?
holding within a bag of
Only
holding.
if you flip it inside out inside the bag of holding.
Okay.
um,
When we all die,
Yeah.
so
Okay, so Clancy's gonna cast a spell.
Okay, we cast it.
Sleep. And I'm not. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you start casting sleep,
Clancy goes to sleep.
and Melody holds up the other hand, and a black tendril just comes up and puts a black sort of hand with a finger up against your mouth.
where are
Um,
we in town?
You're literally standing out in the sort of the square,
Sweet.
shops. Yeah, I mean some passerbyers are hurriedly walking away from wherever you are because they're they don't want to be part of what's going on over here because it's weird. People are shouting and weird stuff's going on. So the Melody, Melody, who has the skeleton, Black Tendril Melody, says, "Don't believe the lies. This is just Skelly come to life, trying to retake his revenge."
What the fuck is a skelly?
You have to do more than that.
Yeah.
All right, the only thing I can do is kill it.
You're gonna kill Melody's body.
Time
Look,
for
if that's
murder.
Skelly, I'm killing it.
I'm down
If
with
that's
you,
Skelly,
I
I'm
mean,
killing it. We've already went down this road one time. Remember
So
what happened last time?
So what is the skeleton
I like
saying
it, like-
right now?
Guys, I need my body. Please don't.
If that's Skelly, I'm killing it.
You don't need a body.
Like,
Um,
if,
No, I totally need a body. Please.
I don't know which one to believe at this point. So I mean,
All right, everyone.
It's fine. It's
every-
fine. It'll be fine.
Everyone, roll me some defy danger
Great.
on what?
on Dex or Strength.
I'm out of that.
Yeah, come at me, bro.
I'm fine. But which me is fine, I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. If I get
Dang.
hit, I'm killing it.
Wow.
If I
Fuck
get
my
hit,
boy
I'm
is good.
killing it.
Did y'all go to the 11 club?
Yeah, apparently.
I mean, Gray got a
Except for
5.
Gray.
So,
Look, there's gonna be some bad stuff that goes on.
yeah.
No.
So the Melody throws the bones at your group, right? And you all sort of like dodge and whatever. However, another tendril slips like out from behind Gray and just like grabs the foot, pulls the leg out from underneath Gray, and Gray, you hit the ground sort of face first, and you take just 3 damage though.
Okay.
As your face hits the ground,
Okay.
and then sort of
Well.
black goo Melody, her skin starts turning like jet black. She kind of looks like a dark elf but darker.
Well.
And then she sort of tendrils come out of her legs and she sort of rises up and sort of like puffs up. And then
You gotta fight fucking Doc Ock.
the crowd, anyone who was around, really is like running and screaming at this point. And then as quickly as that happens, she like just sucks down into the ground and starts like slithering away into like the distance.
No, I chased.
Sorry
her
for
back.
this
Sorry.
town.
Sorry for what's about to happen. I'm immediately transforming into a werewolf, putting my ring on.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry, this is happening. I'm not going to attack anybody else, but I'll kill everybody in this town.
What's you got to roll?
Well, I got to get back to it. Yeah. That was on my constitute. Okay. Sorry.
So you get a +1 because of the moon phase.
Oh. Yeah, that's happening.
All right. Yeah. So you wolf
Rings
out.
on.
Rings on. You're
Wolf
now
out.
now you're a flaming wolf.
Yes,
You're a
I'm
fabulous
flaming
wolf.
Yes.
Yama's Gnazuko style.
Yes, I am definitely going after her. Full
Are you doing
sprint.
what I think you're doing?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm also pulling the needle of return out.
Hey,
So-
Gray a Jizuko styled you, so you're gonna fly right to her.
Okay. So you're hurling Gray at the
Yes,
the
that's
slithery.
fine.
Yeah.
Shooting the flames out from the bottom
Yep.
of his feet like
Yep.
jet boots.
Yep. There's only one thing I can do to either not kill her. I'm going to pull out the needle of return emotions, and I'm going to stab her with it.
Okay. So you
That's how
you
that
land on
works.
top of her,
Mhm.
right?
Okay.
It should.
Yeah. And now stabbing her with the needle, you're gonna have to roll for that one though. I mean, that's like a dex
Okay,
roll.
what do you want me to roll on?
Let's roll on dex.
Okay. Yeah, that's happening.
Yeah. So you stab her with the needle of return, and it just sort of like penetrates into the blackness. When you stab her skin, it just turns into like the black goo around it, and it sort of says back to you, "Foolish traitor! How dare you stab me? How dare you betray me?" And then it
Okay,
continues to
now,
slither
is
away.
Gray
It
on
continues
top
to
of
slither away with you on top of it, right? You're on top, and it's
Okay,
still like
that's
Cool.
okay.
it's you're
I
riding
turned Gray
you're riding
Okay,
her.
that's fine. You know what I'm going to do? That's fine.
Hold on,
That's fine.
while that's happening, what is everybody else doing,
Real-
right?
Yeah.
I turn Gray black.
Yes.
And then while you're doing that, what is everybody else doing? You standing watching?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to do next.
Mike, what would I have to
Nothing.
roll to? Shit, never mind. It's not gonna work.
I need a bug. I need a weapon.
You need something. I tried to help you just now.
Is
I know.
I tried to help
Can
you.
I'm gonna try to Mario jump on non Kelly,
You
but
tried to Goomba jump on
yes, I'm gonna jump right on top of her fucking head and knock her to the ground.
All right. Yeah, I mean, roll. I mean, you get.
Who are we
You
talking
get.
about? Are we talking about?
You get a plus to jumping, I believe, because you have like some
I
special
do
boots.
because I have that
right?
jump ring or whatever.
Oh
the
yeah,
fuck
whatever.
it
Yeah,
is.
okay. So yeah, roll for that.
I think it was a +1. Yeah, it is. Okay. So. Hey, it's a good thing I got that +1.
Yeah. Whew.
Is that on Gooey or is that on Boney?
On Gooey.
That's on Gooey.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is Boney doing? You fall onto the ground because you've been tossed. What is Boney doing while they're all doing that?
I'm asking like for a weapon.
You're gonna stab yourself?
No, I don't know. I need something. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Oh wait. I may have an idea. Maybe we'll see. I'm wondering, and I kind of ask for like advice. Like, should I try to heal like the body I'm in, or should I try to heal that body?
Clancy's gonna respond with, "Don't worry, I know how to use resurrection.
Okay.
It's one of the spells for the cleric class."
Actually, if I roll good enough, I can heal 2 people, so I can see if I can heal both of them and see what happens.
What are you
Well,
healing?
all I know is okay, yeah.
Let's see. All right. I don't know what it does.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, so
Kill yourself.
yeah.
Did you just grow a bunch of skin and become
Yeah,
human?
you're undead, so
Cur-
you're dead now. Great job.
Currently,
killed
you're
yourself.
currently you're undead. Yeah. So the healing
well,
the healing
Final
causes a
Fantasy
little bit of
rules
damage
hurt.
to you. Yeah.
I had to see what was gonna happen. I didn't know.
Yeah. Roll some
didn't know.
roll some damage on yourself.
Oh shit.
Gosh.
And the
Oh
other
god, that's a tremendous amount of. Oh, this isn't good.
and then
this
yeah
isn't good, guys.
the other you will be healed for sure.
Oh no. Will it heal some of the goo out? Maybe.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so you take 9 damage. And then the other you, so this is all happening at once, right? So as Gray starts to turn black, it starts hurting like other melody, other melodies like ah, and it sort of like starts to like dissipate away from where Gray is on her, just sort of like turning into all goo. Meanwhile, mist lands on Goo Melody's head, and it puddles and just to goo, right?
That's fucking gross.
And then your healing goes off at the same time, and you see the goo sort of light up with a sort of like healing luminescence, and then like it splits into like 20 different directions. It's just sort of like the body all becomes goo, leaving the clothes behind and splitting in multiple directions, just like going all different ways.
But so would I have known? Did that help? Did that hurt? I mean, obviously it hurt the skeleton, but what did it do to?
Oh, it healed the goo stuff.
Damn it!
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Also, if you'll roll, roll fire damage for the soul stuff.
Does the fire damage work again? Or is it just gonna be my regular
Let's do was it 2d8?
Okay.
Yeah.
12.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you hurt for 12, and then she healed for 9, so it bounces out to about 3 damage as it splits off into like I said, like about 20 different directions. Yeah.
I want to pull a. Can I pull like a mason jar or something out of my travel stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. I want to I don't know,
Scoop
dash
up.
after one
Yeah.
of those things and scoop it up.
Yeah, roll a dex.
Cool. All right. Hold
Yeah.
on now.
Okay.
I'm gonna burn 2 points out of the 3 that I have
Okay.
in holding, and I'm gonna make that a solid 10.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you scoop up like a 20th of sort of Melody's black mass. Black mass.
Good. I sealed that fucker up.
Yeah, and it definitely like it acts violently inside the mason jar. Like it's like
I'm sure it
convulsing
does.
and spiking and doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
I have a fun idea.
It does give you some fear that like it might break out of the glass.
Okay.
Clancy's gonna run up to you with the jar. And he's gonna cast a spell.
Okay.
9, that's whatever. So I'm gonna pull a gem out, and then I'm going to try and trap the soul of this mass of black goo in the gem.
Okay. How does that work necessarily? I guess.
You trap the soul of a creature within a gem. The trapped creature is aware of its imprisonment, but can still be manipulated through spells, parlay, and other effects. All move against the trapped creature at a +1, and you can free the soul at any time, but it can never be recaptured once freed.
Okay. All right. So this is gonna be weird how this works. All right. So
Did we just make a Horcrux?
it's really hard to do this without like spoiling some stuff by giving you player knowledge that your characters wouldn't necessarily have. There are multiple souls within whatever that is. So you extract one of them, right? So a soul does enter the ruby, but seemingly there are still souls.
It's not that big of a secret. The black
So is
goo
there
came
still
out of a
more souls
chimera.
in the black shit that is in my jar, or?
Yeah. So well, the black goo is made up of several souls, right? It's a
Okay, so the black shit in my jar is still alive, but
Yes.
he just trapped something
one,
in that.
he pulled a soul out of it.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna have Fiamma give him 8 more gems and keep doing it.
Yeah.
No, that'd take too long. It's too many rolls.
All right. Cool.
And also, I'll lose the spell as the negative for
Yeah.
it being a 9.
Cool. So yeah, you extract a soul from the goo, and it goes into the gem. But what's in there is still like moving around and doing stuff. And by this time, the other 19 pieces have like scattered away. So here you are, right? Some weird things have happened. What's the next? What? There's got to be questions and something, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the skeleton and be like, "What the fuck?"
What the fucks, they say?
The goo started to take over, and I didn't know. Like, I didn't know how to get rid of it. And then one day, I was in here, and then I was not in there anymore. And now I don't even have a body because it looks like that it all just kind of dissolved.
You know what? Good point. Clancy's gonna try casting another spell.
Okay.
Can you guess what it's gonna be?
I don't know. Spell sadness, and I'm sitting down.
Prestidigitation. I don't know.
It's gonna be resurrection. And I rolled a 15. So there's one.
In the standards, if she's still undead, she is now completely dead.
But then revive. No.
You just killed her.
You can resurrect a corpse whose soul is not yet fully departed in this world. She's got a soul there, so I figured we could do something with that.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds right.
Once again, this is a weird scenario, right? Because that's not her skeleton. It's not her body. It's just her soul trapped in that skeleton. And whoever skeleton that belonged to, soul is long gone at this point.
Yeah,
it's a
but the
empty
bones
shell.
are attached to a soul, so that skeleton grows in the body that it once was.
So yeah, I mean,
Where's the
that's
transmutation symbol so I can destroy it?
that's kind of what I'm thinking, right? You're gonna get the skin and body of whatever owned that before.
Yeah, she's like a 6-foot ogre.
So
Cool.
nah, it's I mean, you're gonna get the body of like a middle-aged human dude. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
This
perfect.
is,
This is
this
new.
is,
He's he's built a little bit like a paladin, so there's that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Because Kelly's class was paladin. Yeah. So muscles and tendons and stuff start forming around the bones, and it starts wrapping itself in the skin. And a face forms, eyeballs fill the sockets, and then Melody, you're a dude.
Just like looking at everything that's appeared, and I'm like, well, this is wrong, but
You're welcome.
Do you check the undercarriage?
yeah,
Of course you do.
there's no
The
clothes
first
on
thing
me.
you do.
It just pops up.
Well, and she's naked, right? So I mean, we're also going to posit that maybe she's well endowed. There you go.
Damn, third leg melody.
But it still sounds like Melody, right? So you still have like Melody voice.
This is very strange.
So he's
Can
Canadian.
someone hand me a cloak?
Nah.
Nah, no. This is much more fun.
Just like hiding my shame.
What shame? You're packing schmeat.
So here again,
Oh shit.
for Gatrin, Hugo is standing beside you, and his mouth is just agape, and he's just like pointing and kind of shaking.
I
And,
reach over and go like this.
and he kind of like shakes his head. And he's like, "Thanks."
This is not my body, guys.
He says,
This is normal.
Tuesday.
I just look at him and say, "This is normal. Get used to it."
"This is not normal. This is not normal."
Is there any way I can buy the ring that makes me not a dude?
Oh, somebody has a ring that makes them a woman.
I know.
Only for an hour.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so sad.
Is it Gray that has that, or is it Mist? Somebody.
No, it's missed.
It's
Yeah.
It
missed,
ain't
yeah.
me. I'm not walking around as a female.
And it's an
werewolf.
amulet. It's not a ring.
Yeah. So also about this time, you hear like what sounds like maybe like security bells going off in the town, and no one's in the area you're in anymore, but like you can hear like
I turn back into a normal person.
alarm has been sounded.
Just a naked man, a werewolf.
I mean, maybe
No, I turn back into a normal
may-
person
maybe you don't want to stay in this area.
and remove my ring.
And maybe I don't want to be butt ass naked in the middle of town.
Nah, it's fine. It's normal.
Yeah.
You can just
Whatever.
say
We
this
now
thing
have to
stole your
explore
clothes.
this whole fucking town to kill the black goo, anyways. So
Yeah.
Well,
That's
now
true.
it's gonna recognize me.
you know what? We could just soft reset all of this. Just give Fiamma the word, and this whole town's gonna go bye bye.
Well,
No.
with the right set of materials with the transfer bag, I could just transfer all the oil here.
Bihama
And we
has
can
wrecked an
burn it all
entire
to the
encampment
ground.
before. By
Where do you,
So,
where do you
yay.
go? Or are you just gonna keep having conversations in the middle of town?
Never gonna
Uh,
have the time.
I'm just gonna walk away looking for my magic shop.
All right.
We'll be like, okay, we all split up here. Gotcha.
Yeah, I think a magic shop would be nice. I need to procure some items now.
Fiamma's gonna begin hunting the black goo.
Yeah.
I need clothes, but I need my money, guys. Guys.
Well, Mist has your money.
I toss her a gold coin.
Wow.
I mean, Mist still has
Enough
your.
to buy you a fuck ton of gold freaking stuff. I
I
don't
know,
even
but
trust you
that's-
right now.
Gotcha starts hunting the goo with Fiamma, but he does it very Pink Panther like.
You doing the weird like double step?
Lancey follows.
Look, I flick a coin at Meladude.
Melody.
I'm like,
now I have to
I'm not,
change the name.
I'm not giving your shit back until I trust you. Like, here's a gold
Fine.
coin to buy the finest of clothes.
Okay.
And tuck it under.
Yeah. So
I've never had to talk before, guys.
yeah. So Melody, you have
Fuck you.
long, sort of like a semi-long, like red hair. You have nice chiseled facial features. No beard or mustache at the moment.
Massive wiener.
Yeah, massive wiener. And you're probably right around about 6 foot tall, and muscular. Nice A-frame.
Right before Clancy
Got an
leaves.
ad on OnlyFans.
Right before Clancy leaves with Fiamma and Gotrin, he's gonna be like, "Listen, you need to refer to that as a hog at all times."
I love that you changed your name too.
I'm
Also.
No, dude. Great.
I'm gonna go find some clothes if anybody will sell it to a large naked man.
I'm pretty sure many people will sell it to the large naked man, so that he's no longer naked.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
So I guess I'm looking for a clothing store.
All right, cool. So all right. So Gatrin, Fiamma, and Clancy looking for goo. Mist, Gray, what are you doing?
I'm looking for a magic shop.
Okay, all right. And then Gray.
Yeah, I'm gonna go magic hunting.
Okay. I mean, you and Mist are
Yes.
going to the magic shop that Mist was told about in the last game, and it's just like right over here. Um, so you guys walk in, and there's uh, there's this guy there running the shop. It's kind of like he's a taller, kind of hefty gentleman, maybe in his like mid 50s, and he's got a name tag that says Don Filbert, um, and he's like, hey guys, welcome to my magic shop. And he sort of gestures to the shop, and we'll come back to that. Meanwhile, Melodude, it doesn't take you long. I mean, there's lots of shops in the area, and you do find one that's selling clothing, and you enter, and it's a a menswear shop. What are you looking for?
I just need something to cover everything.
Get
Yeah.
a cloak with a hood.
So
It's
you're
very stylish.
you're not browsing long,
That's
and
all?
you're not browsing very long, and an attendant comes up to you and says, "Can I help you?"
Yes, please. I need clothes. Obviously. I'm
He
sorry.
says, "Clearly, how are you going to pay?"
And I slide him the gold coin.
He says, oh. Well, yes. Well, we've had our fair share of nobles, who have gotten themselves in sticky situations. So we'll take care of you. And he like ushers you to the back. We'll get you a nice fitted outfit, and starts ushering you towards the back. All right, cool. So, Fiamma, Clancy, Gottrin, what's your plan for even hunting down said goo?
I asked her if she can sense it because it's been in her so long or switched over.
Clancy's just going to continuously cast Detect Alignment.
Okay, all right.
I also tried. I remember it had a very big heat signature. I tried to see if we can follow its heat signature.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know.
yeah, well, because there's so many people in town, right? There's a lot of heat signatures going on, and there's fires. So like as a broad sweep, you're not going to get a lot from that.
Yeah.
And once again, detect alignment. Once again, because there's I mean it's a decent sized town. You're just going to sort of like, if you're doing a broad sweep, you're going to get a lot of the feedback.
How much black evilness and overheated people are you really going to see in a town?
Well, it's not like and it's more than normal, but it's not like as much as a fire, right?
All right. Well, then I'll have Fiamma stop every single person. We'll stare him down personally.
Okay, so you start, staring down people. We'll come back to that then. So back in the magic shop, Mist and Gray, this guy, you've come in and he's gestured to the shop. What do you want to do?
I instantly can tell he's full of shit and he's a shitty ass magician. I ask him where the good magic shop is.
He says, "Oh, well, I have so many magic tricks here. Are you sure
Magic
you?"
Not
tricks?
tricks, real magic.
Well, real magic. I mean, he says, "Listen,
Real magic. I pull out my ring and I put it on my finger and my hair bursts into flames.
he says, whoa."
Real magic.
He
And
says-
I take my ring back off.
He says, "How much you want for that?"
You're not getting it.
He says, yeah, okay. Listen, guys, I'm not gonna try and like BS you here. Clearly, you're looking for something more than what I got. This is not really the place for that, right?" He says, there's this town Macriteer down the road. It's a bustling trade industry, maybe not as much anymore, but there's this black market underneath the Coliseum I heard about. And I've heard you can get some really cool stuff there. He says, actually, I recently heard a rumor, but I mean, it's kind of
What?
it's kind of premium information. It's not something that I can just freely give out.
Wow.
What items do you have here?
Well, he's basically told you that like you're not going to want anything that he has.
And did he just ask for money to be told where the real magic shit is around here?
Well, he told you that like in Macriteer, there's a black market underneath the Coliseum that sells magic goods. of higher
Give a
quality.
fuck about Macrotier. We're not in Macrotier.
Right, right. He said basically there's not a lot around here. But then he said he heard a rumor, but now he's trying to shake you down.
I'm gonna walk forward and I'm going to use my lightning fast reflexes to grab his hand, which my hand is coated in golden root, and I'm going to ask him again where the real magic is.
All right. So, I mean, he knows that you've manhandled him a little bit, and he's like, "Hey, buddy. I mean, listen. Maybe just this once, I tell you a little something." He says, "I hear there's this desert temple, sort of to the southeast, and I hear there's some pretty good magical goods there." He says, I've heard tale of
A cloak of bees. Thanks, bud.
no, because that's not there. He says,
Yeah, the cloak of bees is in the forest or something, right?
he says there's these gloves of transference. I don't know what those are.
Hey.
You made them up. But he says, yeah, there are these gloves of transference in these sand ruins. He said to the southeast. If you just go in the desert, you'll find it.
You fucking asshole! And I flip him a gold coin.
He says, oh, thank you, sir. Thank you so
I just
much.
walk out because now we gotta go get the fucking gloves because they transfer souls from bodies, and someone needs to transfer their fucking soul from a body to another. Way to work that one into a fucking story, Mike.
Yeah.
We don't
Bravo.
actually have to go get them though.
Wait, no.
We don't
You
actually.
don't.
You
I
don't.
don't
We don't
wanna-
actually have to go get them though.
Why?
You know, I mean, she's got a body. It's, something. Something.
Yeah.
We always get in trouble every fucking time we go somewhere. I'm just burning shit to the ground from now on.
Might as well. This town has no use for us. There's no
No,
magic here.
no, I
Just
don't. I
burn
don't
this
see
fucker to the ground.
anything
Once
here.
again, just let Fiamma know.
So also, Miss, will you roll
Like, let's go
discern
get
realities
the
for me?
fucking gloves.
I don't like that. What is that on? Fucking nothing.
So it's on your wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go get the fucking.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So the bit of goo that you've got in the jar, it seems to be tapping in like one direction.
I knew it. That's why I scooped this shit up. I fucking knew it.
Ew.
Yeah.
At least happened Jonas Brothers.
Cool. All right, I'm going to go the direction that the goo is tapping.
Okay. And Gray, are you
Pulling
following
an
along?
Iron Giant right now.
Gray, you following along?
What?
Who, me?
Yeah. All right, cool. So back in the shop with Melodude, what kind of outfit are you picking out?
At this point, I'm like, I don't
Most
even know what I
lavish
would
male
pick.
hooker
Yeah,
outfit ever.
not a male hooker.
Hell yeah! You
Definitely a male
got
hooker.
the king dong.
So-
You need it.
So yeah, the attendants they have leather tunics in a variety of colors. They have nice silk or linen shirts that you can choose from. They have robes. They've got
Donald
capes.
Yeah, get the extra tight
they-
pant legs, but have them let out one side. So you
yeah,
can roll it down.
they have leather pants. They have linen pants. They've got sort of a not spandex, but some sort of equivalent, some sort of stretchy type material.
No. As an adventurer, I want something that breathes with something that's attractive,
What do you want
like
then?
linen.
Okay.
Yeah, probably linen and some sort of an armor over top, like.
Yeah. Well, this is just a clothing shop. They're not really an armor shop.
Well, wouldn't the leather give me some
I mean,
protection?
leather armor.
Yeah. Well, there's leather clothing, right? But there's different. Leather armor is like a thicker hide than leather, just like a leather shirt, right? Yeah. So you want to go with maybe like a leather tunic? I mean, you can go with a linen shirt with a leather tunic on top, or a leather vest.
Linen pants, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
some linen pants and maybe a nice pair of boots. And do you do a hat or
No.
no hat? All right. and then he shows he's got some accessories. He's got some like leather bracers, and he's got a small collection of like earrings or like bandanas and that kind of stuff.
Probably the bracers.
Okay. So then he says, "Oh, thank you so much," and he sort of like gestures to you that you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So as you're walking out, as soon as you walk out of the shop, you see Fiamma's got some random Joe, like probably by the collar of his shirt, talking to him or yelling at him or whatever. And then Gotran's, egging the whole thing on.
Clancy's singing a tune to distract other people.
Yeah. And so you see them, as you open up on that scene and they're doing that, you see probably Mist and Gray sort of walking by a little bit hurriedly, I assume.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. Do you stop and tell them what you're doing, or do you just like breeze by?
Yeah. I breeze. I casually mentioned that these gloves are transference. I've figured out that they're probably going to help Melody swap bodies, and the goo is tapping in this direction, so I'm going this direction.
What does Fiamma
Right.
do?
We're
Fiamma and
walking
Clancy will
past.
follow, but Fiamma will hand Clancy a dagger first.
Okay.
I take Clancy's other hand and we start going together.
Do you
Yes. Skip to the loo, my darling.
Let's do it.
skip?
Let's fucking roll.
Nice. So what about so Melody? You're still unarmed, Melody.
Yeah. I probably need to. Well, I just spent my gold coin. I apparently don't get a weapon.
Is she with us right now?
Yeah. So
I
you'll
give her
kind
the
of
cup chucks with the flaccid, nasty water production.
yeah. I mean,
No, don't give her a weapon. What if she's the wrong one?
I'm gonna look at. I'm
They're-
gonna look
they're
at
cup
Melody
chucks
and be
with
like, "I'm
nasty
gonna get
water."
you. You lied."
Stay. Sorry, I did
That's
actually
better.
miss that.
I said, I look at Melody and say, "I'm gonna get you. You lied. I knew something wasn't right.
I was
Goo
scared.
taking over. We all were. It's all good. Now we gotta go get your body back."
I hope it can be back. I mean, when I looked at it, I was like, how in the hell is it going to be put back together?
All I see is Skelly, and he was a psychopath. So
yeah.
I've went down this road.
So as they're walking, Melody, do you recount sort of the full scenario of what happened to them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just say that I was fighting it and I was actually doing a pretty good job, and then I wasn't.
Well, so and what happened, and I don't know how much you recall from from the player perspective,
Yeah.
but basically there was a moment where you sort of got lost in yourself, and then suddenly you just found your consciousness in darkness, and then your soul got extracted from your own body and placed into Skelly's skull, the original Skelly skull.
Yeah.
And it got tossed into the bag of holding.
Yeah.
But Tweeg had a vision that things were going to go bad for you, and had dug up the rest of Skelly's bones and given them to you, which you had also put in the bag. And so while you were in the bag, you managed to pull the whole body of Skelly together, and at least form a body that you could use. And then you've been sort of trying to escape from the bag for a little while
Little
now.
bit.
Yeah. And so that's sort of the transpirance of actions that happened.
And this is the story that was told to us right now.
Yes. Yeah.
So without
So
looking,
in other words, this whole time, what we were dealing with was not Melody.
Only probably in the last
last game.
week or so. Yeah.
Yeah. So without looking, I just reach into my bag of holding and I grab hers and I throw it at her.
Thank you, and
Yeah.
I really hope that we can get my body back.
Yeah. And you probably
Snatch
have,
it out of the air.
you probably have some weapons and stuff in your bag of holding.
She should.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
I told
my
her I
whole-
wasn't going to give it back to her till I.
Yeah.
knew
Now,
the story,
um,
like how it was
you,
going
the belt for your bag of holding was meant for a petite elf, which you are not anymore. So it doesn't fit. So you know.
A tiny handbag.
Yeah.
Well, you got a merce now.
So there's that.
Not insulted by this because I'm not actually a dude.
So you have a man bag now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Merce. Merce.
Yeah. So
Sad.
Sounds good.
the thing.
It's a unisex bag.
Yeah.
Unisex. Unisex.
Thank you, Godrin, I think.
Yeah.
I'm just quoting friends.
Yeah. So as you're following the tapping of this goo, yeah, it sort of, you come to a point where you're here, and it's tapping sort of in the direction of, like, you come to the corner of this house, and then, like, you're gonna have to walk through the house to follow the way that it wants to go.
I walk through the house.
I mean, do you walk around the house, or because it's literally a wall, right? So you're
There's
facing
no windows or doors or nothing.
I mean, yeah, there's probably some windows, not at the exact corner, but you know.
Well, I think you know what we do, Mike.
You burn the house down.
We burn the house.
No, please don't.
I'm gonna go through the window.
Yeah, okay.
we have
Through
to
the
go through the
window!
wall?
Through the
Why
wall!
do,
Sorry.
why do we have to go through a house?
So I mean, do you do you at least scout out the house to see, like, if there's people inside, or you
Is
just
there
like,
something?
Nope,
else?
I
Is
jump
it
right
pointing-
through the fucking window.
okay, cool.
You know what?
Yeah,
Um,
follows.
Yeah, you jump through the window. The first thing you come to is it's a nursery, and there's, like, a kid in there who's 3 years old.
Oh,
Who looks
so what you're saying is we were about to burn down an orphanage.
Yeah, the kid looks quite
Okay.
startled, and then come running in. Looks like maybe a nanny, and swipes at the kid and says, "Who are you? Why are you in here?" And you see she
Shut up.
grabs at a holster, like at the back of her
Clancy
dress.
Clancy
Cool.
I
pulls
just keep
20
walking.
gold coins out of his
Well,
purse, hurls them at her face, and says,
Hold on,
"Keep the
hold on.
change."
Well, only Miss has jumped through the window initially, anyways, right?
No.
It's true.
Miss Duck, I'm gonna light this bomb.
Like I said, yeah,
God!
only Miss knows what's going on in the room at this second.
When everything else fails, just go the
So,
extreme.
yeah, well, okay, so
Just do it.
on the outside, Miss jumps through a window. What are you guys What are you doing? Like, he just jumps through the window. What do you do?
Fiamma immediately jumps in too.
Okay.
God, I'm just gonna walk around to the
Jesus.
front door.
Clancy will shrug and straight
Just go-
dive like that fucking kobold
Yeah,
through
so-
the
I'll
window.
just go.
So when
I'll
the
just
woman-
go to the front door. I'm
When the
going
woman
to the
scoops
door.
up the child and starts, basically interrogating you, Miss, what do you do?
I'm like, I'm no danger to you, and I just keep walking straight. around
She
her.
backs up to the corner and she's got a dagger out now, and her and the kid are like,
I'm not following her to the corner. I'm following the goo.
I know, but she's like, So yeah, I mean, the goo leads you like through the house, and it looks like it just keeps going like out of the house, right? It's not even
Sweet. So
it
I
would-
jump out of whatever's over there.
Yep, sure.
Okay, well, that was anticlimactic.
Yeah. So
Is the goo still pointing through the window, or is it? Or did
no,
it
it's
stop?
just in this direction, right? So it's still
Okay.
it's continuing to point in this direction. So I mean, on the map, from where you are, so you guys, Mist is not just jumping out of this window right where this tree is, and the goo is like it's pointing in this direction. It could be pointing to right here. Could be pointing to right here. Could be pointing like miles south. I don't know. So there are
Still
more
going
houses.
that direction.
So are you going to continue to jump through the windows of houses?
I'm gonna jump on the roofs.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that makes more sense. Thank you. Yeah.
Fiamma's not, because she's not dexterous. She's still going through houses.
Okay. I guess roll charisma. Fiamma roll charisma.
Yeah, I know. Give
Okay.
me a second. I was pulling up her sheet. I've got like 8 fucking sheets. open.
Where'd Amanda go?
I don't know. We lost
Still
Melody.
here.
Oh, there we go.
No, hold on.
We've got her audio still.
There you go. There's a 7.
Okay.
Not that I care,
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
just
you're
gonna
you're
cost
you're gonna
money
meet some
to-
amount of resistance, but no one wants to fight you because you look angry. All right, cool. Yeah. So eventually, Mist. It looks like it leads out of town. You get to this wall, and it continues on.
I keep
So
going.
much easier to just say it was leading out of town.
Also, Hugo has not followed you guys at this point. He's gone off on his own. He's not currently with you.
The second that you turn into a man, they leave.
I mean, I think that's fair, actually.
It is, but it still hurts. Like, I saved his life.
Yeah, mute yourself back on Defy danger.
Mute.
I'm
Mute
sorry.
roll 20.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean
a second.
the mute would be fun for other melody voice, but
Actually, yeah, I would agree with that.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, so
fixed
so
it.
you just so obviously there's a cliff that like just it's steep. It's probably like 30 feet down.
Jump down it.
Yeah. Okay. You roll a dex, I guess.
Sure. Damn. Still a 7.
Yeah. So I mean, you maybe you tear your cloak a little bit, scuff up your clothes as you jump down, and probably scrape it on some of the stuff going down. Everyone else, you arrive at the cliff. Mist has just jumped off of it. What do you want
God.
to do?
Fiamma jumps.
Dex roll.
Seven.
Of course I jump. Dex roll. 8.
Yeah.
Oh, your
alright.
top gets ripped off, Yama. I'm sorry.
I don't care. I'm wearing mithril
Yeah.
breastplate underneath it. It's fine.
Even if you weren't, you wouldn't care.
Well,
Same,
that's probably
yeah.
true.
Yeah. Melody and Gotrin, are you jumping off the cliff too?
Clancy's gonna do something different.
Yeah.
This isn't even my body, so I guess.
Just drive it like you stole it, I guess.
Yeah,
What's
pretty
gonna
much.
happen? The bones are gonna come out.
Yeah, I
And
think
there
I-
was-
Maybe we just push him back in.
So Gotrin, I feel like maybe you sort of tumbled down the cliff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do I have to roll to?
Yeah, you have to roll for dex roll for jumping.
Oh.
Still use melody stats. That's just gonna be easiest.
Yeah. Although the other stats probably were better, but we wouldn't know. Okay.
Well,
yeah, definitely
with
better.
Melody-
So you're
with
still
Melody,
awkward in
you
your
definitely
body,
plus one charisma.
and
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, you jump and you don't land so well. And
Landed straight on the merce. No, I'm just kidding.
you take you just take 2 damage when you hit the ground. And so and then and yeah, the rest of
Either
you
the
like,
bag or my penis cushioned my fall.
yeah, and the rest of you take some like cuts and scrapes, but nothing major. As you jump down, it's like 30 feet down. So yeah, I mean, and so it just keeps leading down for quite some time. How long are you willing to walk? I suppose.
Until I'm
How far
sleepy.
away from town are we?
It depends on how far you're willing to walk, right? So it's going to lead you for a ways.
Oh, we just have to be out of the town site.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it takes you, I don't know, an hour to get out of the town site.
Cool. Clancy's gonna transform
Okay.
into a dragon.
Alright.
Now we can move at faster speeds.
Yep.
Gotrin, ride me.
I hop
Whoa.
right on.
Cool.
Missed you too. You're the one with the fucking magic goo of direction.
All right, fine.
Reaction.
I transform into a werewolf and use my super speed to run. I can see them.
I limp along awkwardly.
Yeah.
Fiamma's gonna keep walking, but behind Meladude.
Cool.
Still no trust there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys get a little ways south of Cyoburn, and let's say on the dragon, it's about 3 hours of flight time on the dragon, and get to a point where like it seems like it's more like trying to go down than it is like in any other direction.
Hey, while we're doing this, before we get to some more action, I'm going to make it canon that I wrote a note to Fluffy, because I have the bags of transference and Wax has the other one.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm going to drop it through, and the note simply says, Cyoburn, no magic, send the underground.
Okay. All right.
She'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's in the underground.
So, all right. So yeah, like I said, it's more tapping down than it is like in any other particular direction.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say down. It says down.
Yeah.
Below us.
Can do.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start circling downwards.
Cool. Yeah, you're on the ground, and it's definitely like sort of tapping down in a motion. You want to roll a discern realities for me?
Like, do I have to?
Everybody.
Whoever wants to, I suppose.
Well,
Well, I
Clancy
don't have
sees
to
all
now.
the shit.
Yeah.
Clancy can relay it.
So as you're sort of looking on the ground and seeing like kind of where this is going, you do spot like it looks like a rabbit hole almost in the ground, and it seems like
What
that's
is this, Vietnam? Come on.
no like a hole that a rabbit would make. you know?
They're ancient slime trenches. Didn't you know?
Yeah, I thought they were called spider holes, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, this is like a hole an animal would make, a rabbit animal.
Right, or a giant spider, whatever. You know,
Giant
same thing.
spiders. There are giant spiders in this world. There are dire spiders.
I know, I fucking killed them. My fucking armor is made of
I
spiders.
desperately need water.
Like your character needs water, or
Can
you?
we fit in this? We can't fit in this, right? Because it's just a rabbit hole.
Yeah, correct.
And the
Clancy
goo is
is
trying
gonna
to point into the
transform.
hole.
Yeah. Or in the general direction of this, where that hole is.
I guess
Cool.
Clancy's transforming into a rabbit.
No, Clancy. Well, actually, yeah. Clancy transforms into a snow rabbit.
Cool. All right, I'll roll for it, I suppose.
I already did. I rolled
okay.
12.
Gotcha.
It was a 12.
Sorry. Well, I wasn't looking at the roll, so I was looking for an IC number. So, all right. So you become a rabbit with a globe head.
Remove the helmet, Scottron.
And so you dive into the hole, I presume.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean it's sort of like a network of tunnels that you're in.
Instantly, his mouth gets filled with black goo. He's dead.
I have no mouth.
Do you send
You're a
the do you send the jar with?
I'm a rabbit, but my head stays the same.
Do you send the jar with
It's still
Clancy
a
Rabbit,
shit.
or are you just letting him go explore on his own?
I'm not going with a rabbit. I can't fit in the hole.
No, but I'm saying, do you send the jar with Clancy Rabbit, or
No, hell no.
How the hell is a rabbit supposed to carry a jar?
Yeah.
you tie it to him?
No, Clancy's checking the hole out.
Cool.
We're not giving the goo back its piece. Sorry, Mike.
Clancy always checks the hole out.
Yeah, sure does. So Clancy dives into the hole, and then you've all got a minute while he's in there doing that. What's happening on the surface, right? What do you guys have anything that you're doing or trying to do or waiting to do or talking about?
So, did y'all catch the Bulls game last night?
How long do we have, Mike?
I mean, we said you get a couple of minutes, anyways, before anything's going on.
A few minutes, probably not long enough for that. Then. Okay.
What are you trying to do?
I'm one of my things is a potion master brewer, so I was just gonna brew up a
Okay.
potion. But that seems more like 30 minutes to an hour thing, and
Probably, yeah.
not a couple minutes. So.
Right, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I mean,
Well, then I just sit down and fucking nap or something.
Melody, you have to pee.
Oh, like.
Cool.
So
So what do I roll to figure out if I can actually?
just
do
roll a dex
this?
roll for me.
Of course, because that's like one of my
Dex
worst stats. So why wouldn't I? I'm going to hurt myself peeing.
So you should get like +2 because it's not too difficult.
Oh, not difficult to find.
I mean, it's already basically touching the
Not
floor.
difficult to do.
She's awkward in her body. It's fine.
Okay, fine. All right, I can pee.
Hey, you figure
Great.
it out. Yeah. In fact,
Look at that.
it seems easier than what you had to do before as a woman.
Yeah.
And maybe you
As
feel like
she's peeing, I walk up next to her and I start crossing streams. And I'd be like, bet you never done this before.
No, I have not.
Yeah. So, anyways,
As they're peeing, Fiamma walks up and starts crossing streams.
I look at Meladude and I'm like, I ain't even seen that before.
Congratulations? Question mark.
Does it burn when Fiamma pees?
It's
Yes, she's on fire.
Yeah. Does anyone else get on the peeing action?
Come, boys, piss with us.
Cool.
I'm okay.
This was not the bonding I had in mind, guys.
Hey, but
I've got rope if you want the other bonding.
No.
Gotchin comes over, and since he's short, he bends over and starts peeing backwards between his legs.
The most wholesome moment of this entire game, fellas. All of us.
Yeah, there's just pee.
Crossing streams together in the
Yeah.
middle of the woods while a rabbit is looking for a goo monster.
The sad thing is, it's probably true though. Like,
And-
it probably is the most wholesome of the game.
And that's the title of the episode will be Crossing the Streams.
That'd be great.
Um,
Yeah, always cross the streams.
yeah. Can I get a Defy Danger for Clancy, please?
Sure. On.
Dex.
Yeah,
So
got a 9.
So Clancy, as you're like navigating the holes, you come to an intersection, and you choose one of the directions. And as you're headed down that direction, it doesn't take long, and a tendril wraps around the back of one of your feet, and starts to drag you. And after a few seconds, you manage to wriggle free, and then it whips back away. Down seemingly the other corridor, the direction you didn't go in, and you take just a small amount of damage as it like was trying to rip you from the hole. One hole damage.
Nobody can get Clancy out of a hole he doesn't want to be in.
Or that he doesn't want to be out of.
Yeah.
Right.
Grammar.
So yeah, and then what do you do?
It's time to get the fuck out of this hole.
Cool.
Traveling right back out.
All right, cool. And so a few more minutes go by. You pop out of the hole, and you just see like the backside of everyone but Gray, and the ground is like just soaking wet, and it smells very ammonia-y as the wind sort of wafts in your direction.
Did I miss the stream crossing?
You did.
Damn it. Anyways, the tendril thing's in that hole if anyone wants to kill it.
How the fuck do we get it out of the hole?
Fiamma's gonna walk up to the hole. She's gonna light the hole on fire.
Blackfire, kill the soul of this thing.
Yeah,
Lure
that's
it out.
the plan.
Can we use Meladude as bait?
What?
Quick, dangle the dong in the hole. Try and get it like a fish.
Please do this. I need this so bad. Everybody roll to assist. So she catches this thing.
We're all just holding him up, just lightly dipping it in. It's like, come on, you can get it.
I know that I didn't want the penis, but can we also not have it bitten off my body? Like, that sounds terrible.
Oh, it's not as bad as you think. You'd want to try it. It's pretty fun.
Man, you're into some dark shit.
Okay. So,
So,
Fiamma's
am I
gonna
doing
walk up
this?
to the hole.
Yeah, I guess we're just gonna go fishing.
Okay.
All right,
Let's
so-
go fishing.
So what, now what are you trying to do?
I don't know.
Melody's putting her dick in the hole.
We're enticing the goo monster to go after Melody.
Yeah.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Yeah, and that's you put your penis in the hole and you dingle it around for a while and nothing happens.
Oh man.
All right, then plan B.
We'll start
Okay.
digging.
Fiamma's going to summon fire in her hand. Then she's going to turn it black, and then she's going to Zuko style it directly into the hole.
Okay. All right.
As Zuko style the shit out of it.
Okay. So yeah, you start I guess flushing out the hole. And so
Speed on fire.
I guess I don't know what to do with.
What?
I'm trying to think. I guess
The goo gets burned.
Yeah, no, yeah. I guess yeah. Roll 2 8 of damage. That's what I'm gonna have you do.
6.
Yeah. So as you're burning the hole, you cause it damage, but there's not like a great way to know that you've caused it damage necessarily. So you're just kind of assuming at this point that you've connected with something. I guess you can feel kind of what the fire feels to some degree since you're controlling it, like a resistance.
And
or whatever.
since I'm a literal angel of fire.
Sure. So yeah, you can tell you're like making contact and hurting it, but it doesn't seem to be enough to entice it out at this moment. You're just causing it some pain.
Cool. I'm gonna keep causing it pain.
Yeah. I guess keep rolling for continued attack.
11,
Cool. And roll some more damage.
9.
All right, cool. All right. So yeah, you keep burning it, and at this point, you guys can hear almost like a screeching noise coming from the hole. It starts to sort of cry out in pain, and so let's see. Suddenly, the ground starts to like rumble and crack, and it's almost like a mini earthquake. Do any of you do anything while this is happening?
I keep shooting fire down the hole.
Ice.
Right, from
step
everybody
away from
else.
The cracks.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just standing back and trying not to die, and
Yeah,
I have definitely put my penis away.
Yeah. Well, I would hope so. I hope you didn't still have it in the hole like while Fiamma was burning
Yeah.
it.
Retcon, the penis is gone.
No, but she forgot that she was supposed to put it away for a minute, so it was just kind of hanging out.
Like, well, penises don't have souls, or do they? So and then erupting from the cracks in the ground, the mist starts forming into a shape, as you see before you, and it kind of starts putting itself together in a bit of a melody shape, and then everyone roll Defy Danger, I suppose.
Then everyone, what?
Roll Defy Danger.
What are we rolling to find danger on?
On.
Let's roll on Dex.
Crap.
Oh,
I'm a
well, I'm jumping
dryad!
the fuck away.
My
Yeah, I'm
body
I'm
is...
fine.
super fast.
figured it
And
out.
since
Clancy might have hit
that
my leg.
happened, what's happening?
Jumping the
What
fuck
are we
out of
define
there.
danger from?
Well, as everybody rolled, let's see. So,
Yeah. Oh crap! That is the right one.
Gray. So who rolled first? Sorry, I'm trying to get Gray.
Yeah.
Is you at
Actually,
15,
got a-
13, 10, 13, 7.
Fiamma was 13, Clancy was 7.
All right, cool. So yeah, Tendril starts shooting forth from the goo monster, and they form little like sickle spike type deals as they're shooting forward, and a lot of you are managing to dodge them, and that was the 7 was for Clancy or Fiamma.
Yeah,
Clancy.
Clancy.
So there was damage coming at us?
Yeah.
Or attacks?
Yeah.
Okay, so that activates the one who knocks, so that damage is turned back on itself.
Yeah.
You have to describe how.
Well, you didn't get damage though.
No, it's but when I'm defying danger on a
Oh,
plus
okay.
12 roll.
Okay.
So
Well,
if there was damage gonna hit me,
gotcha.
it ain't now.
Real quick for
Yeah.
Clancy takes 2 damage as he just gets nicked, and then for Gotrin, who was caught maybe a little unawares, you're taking
Unaware. Huh?
yeah also 2 damage. Look at that. You're like so lucky. As the
We work together.
yeah as the spikes are shooting out, and they just keep like shooting in various directions, trying to keep you guys at bay, away from her body, possibly. And then, so what is this cut out of this thing that Gray's activating?
It's it says the one who knocks when you divide danger on a +12, you turn the damage back on itself. The GM will describe how.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, the tendril shooting out. How do you turn it back on her?
You're the one that's supposed to describe it, not me.
Okay. Well, I'm asking how you want to do it. Like, you know, how you.
I don't know. I guess
Do
I
a monk style. Just start
I guess
deflecting
I-
arrows.
deflect
Yeah.
it back.
Well,
at
so
it.
you have the claws that like sort of defy like like armor essentially, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe you cut one of the tendrils off, right?
Okay.
Um,
That's
and
fine.
so yeah, you chop a tendril off, and the arm that it came from like recoils back. And here again, you hear just sort of like a massive screeching noise. And okay. So then, what are the rest of you doing? Right? What are we doing now?
I'm going to attack this thing with my rapier.
All right. All right. Go for it. Okay.
Tis a 9.
And roll an attack.
And it's been a while since I've done this. Dirty fighter, I get a extra D4. Cool. So an 8 and a D4. Well, that tracks.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you come in and you stab at it. When you're stabbing it, it's like you're stabbing Jello almost. It's not super solid. So you're doing
Gross.
you're doing like just the tiniest amount of damage. And as soon as you penetrate it, she wraps one of her arms around you and slings you over towards a tree. And you're just gonna take minor damage. So 1, so basically nothing. As you kind
I was like, so max of what you just rolled?
yeah. As you kind of skid across the down from being thrown, what is Meladude doing?
Let's see. I'm trying to figure out because I don't want to obviously heal it again, but I can use arcane art to like shake the mind free of an enchantment.
Well, yeah, it's not really.
Or hold on, let's see. I could do Charming and Open and ask it how it'll leave the body.
Okay. All right.
Let's try that. Okay, it kind of worked.
A lot of threes right there. 333 is the holy number. At 3:33 a.m. I think something like
It says, "So eager to get your body back, I see, Melody." He says, "But I need a new vessel, a better vessel. Bring me something better, and I'll leave you your wretched body."
Melody, show him the giant dick.
I mean,
Entice him with the penis.
it's just a body, and it apparently at one point was yours. So
She says, "No. What about Simba? I would love to have Simba's body."
no, you would, and then you'd probably kill us all. So
I'm going to kill you now.
as much as I want my body back, I can't.
Can I
So-
use my magic eye to see if there's any like major heat source on this her body?
Yeah, I mean,
It's
it's
like-
it's
one
uh,
place in the other.
no, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like before. The whole body is like I said, warmer than a normal person. You know, sort of almost irradiated with magical energy, but nothing in particular. It's not like a core or anything like that. If that's what you're looking for. Because what it is all throughout. I mean, once again, sort of on a player perspective, this is sort of a cursed collection of souls that have been designed to typically inhabit an uninhabited body. So, I mean, that's what it is.
I asked them if they like to go into a herd of pigs instead.
You're not Jesus. Swine are not suitable for my form.
So picky.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Fiamma's gonna continue burning it with hellfire.
Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, basically roll an attack, essentially.
Oh, 6.
Yeah, not so good on that one. Yeah, that round of fire, as you're throwing it toward her body parts, and the fire sort of flows through, and she literally like grabs a tree from the ground, uproots it, and swings it at you, and you take 4 damage. She sort of batters you with the tree. What is Gotrin doing, other than asking about pigs?
He's gonna go by the ammonia smelling ground and grab 2 big handfuls and start running toward her, trying to put it in the demon's face.
Okay, all right. I guess roll a dex.
Can
God.
Clancy roll to
Yes.
assist?
Sure.
Joint effort.
Ah! Unmodified. No
Hmm.
bonuses.
Okay. All
You
right.
get a 1 anyways.
Yeah.
This sounds like fun.
So yeah, I mean, does Clancy help like propel Gotrin into the air or something? Maybe. We doing like the hand up or
Flying. I'm gonna put my hands out. He's gonna jump into the hands. I'm gonna launch him.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, you get launched in the air and you're putting the ammonia in her face, and mostly like her face kind of like starts to split, and then you kind of careen through it, and you can roll like just your base damage on that if you want. So whatever your basic, was it D8 or D10 or something?
There you go.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, doing just a very tiny amount of damage. But she is distracted, right? So the next like person to act is going to get like some advantage. So Gray, what are you doing?
I guess I'm gonna attack it.
All right.
Actually, I'm gonna transform into a werewolf. Put my ring on.
All right.
Yeah.
If you like it, bet with a ring on it.
It says moon phase. I can't even see what I rolled.
7.
That's 7.
Yeah. Yeah. So you'll get werewolf form, but it won't last as long. So basically, after like 2 actions, you'll revert back. While you're converting, let's check in with Mist. Mist, you're getting off the ground. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to do the same thing I did before.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend my last hold to make that a solid 10.
Okay. All right. And then, well, actually, you get a +1 because you get advantage because you're the next person to roll against her, essentially.
Oh, sweet.
All right, cool. And then, so how are you doing that? And then roll some damage.
Right through the stomach. And I was thrown against the tree, and that thing was doing something else, right?
What do you mean?
Well, you said it threw me.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and you kind of skittered across the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
So did it turn a different direction, doing something else? Does it see me? That's my question.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
well, it's
apparently you have
distracted.
a
So
dwarf in it,
yeah,
yeah.
there's a dwarf in its face. So I would
So
say
yes, it would be a backstab.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
where I'm going.
Okay, yeah,
All right. So 2d8 then. Yep, that also tracks.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
yeah,
It's also stunned.
yeah. So yeah, you stay. So it doesn't part or anything this time. So you stab it through the chest, and it does become slightly stunned, or I guess stunned, but slightly damaged when it's stunned. Okay. So it kind of stops movement for a moment. About this time, Gotrin, you're falling to the ground now. Then what is Melody doing?
It's a very ancient spirit. Would it be considered grand histories of the known world?
No, because it's technically it's
Fairly new.
right. It's sort of a it's a new
It's a
application.
created abomination.
Yeah, it's sort of a new application of old magic, so it's sort of a hybrid of things new and old. But it's not a mystery necessarily.
Just to distract it, I'm gonna try to use the scissors. What do I roll for the scissors?
I guess roll a dex for getting in. I mean, it's
Uh,
stunned, so taking an additional advantage on it.
Okay, so 1. All right. And that way maybe it'll like not feel like staying in the body. Maybe who knows?
Yeah, okay. So, what particular emotion are you trying to cut?
Maybe like the emotion to like to stay in or to stay on, like motivation, I guess.
Okay. So like, I guess initiative or, you know.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, you come in and you slice it with the scissors, and this sort of rouses it from its stunned state, and then it begins to shrink down and form back into the form of melody, and it says, "Just leave us alone, and we'll leave you alone."
I just like look down and I'm like, I think I can do that, buddy.
It says, "I grow tired of this, and I just
Yeah, we
want
all
to go away."
We all-
While it's conversing with Melody, do people continue to attack it, or?
Yeah.
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 Oh,
Yeah.
Fiamma burns the shit out of it.
All right, yeah, roll for it.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah. I guess your control's not great, and a lot of things are going on, and maybe you hit the people who are nearby, or possibly hit the people nearby. So, just pretty much everyone. So if you guys could all roll Defy Danger on your decks for this wildfire.
Fantastic. I'm jumping the fuck out of there.
I don't.
I do not. It doesn't matter. I have my ring on.
Yeah.
It
And
doesn't
this
hurt me anyway.
It's Blackfire, bro.
Oh,
That
it's
still doesn't
fire.
hurt me.
No,
Yeah, 'cause- No, because it burns your soul, not your body. You're impervious to external fire.
Wasn't I covered in black fire a while ago?
It's on the outside though, and it wasn't passing through you.
Okay.
So I mean, we can posit you take half damage. How about that? I'll give you that.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead and roll some damage there, Danny.
9.
Ouch.
Yep. So yeah, Melodude, and let's see, Melodude, yeah. So Melodude, you're taking 9 damage, and then Gray, you're going to take we'll say 3 damage,
Okay.
and then who we got else? Mist takes no damage. Gotrin, so you take just 2 damage, but it ignores armor.
Did I get set on fire?
But it's not really, no, because the black fire only burns souls, so it just passes through you and just damages you on the inside.
Yeah.
You feel an internal hurt, like really bad indigestion, and so
Do I have any more? Do I have any more of the ammonia dirt in my hands?
sure, why not?
I rub it all on my face and I jump up and kiss the demon.
Yeah, I guess roll a dex.
Can I use a strength as I'm manhandling it instead? This is not like a delicate kiss. This is a jump up manhandle, and I'm
You're
trying
basically
to breathe as much
headbutting.
as
You're headbutting.
I'm
Okay.
trying to breathe as much as this ammonia crap
Sure,
into the
sure.
demon,
With
just to
mouth.
make it pissed off.
You can roll strength for a
Oh my
headbutt.
god. Whatever.
That's tracking tonight. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the 10's for, but the 6 is definitely for
I don't know. I only hit it once. It's the first one. It's the 6.
Yeah. So yeah, you go to headbutt it, and she just sort of moves to the side a little bit, and then you trip over her, and you end up like face planting into a tree, and luckily trees don't hit as hard as demons do. Well, maybe they hit harder. I don't know. You take 5 damage to the face as you hit your face in the tree. And she's looking at Melodude still. You're having the conversation. She says, "Just bring me any suitable vessel. I cannot have the one you inhabit now. I will not inhabit another vessel that has someone in it any longer. The struggle is too hard.
So you need a dead body, is what you're saying.
I need a dead body, of course, you imbecile."
Well, if you're gonna talk to me like
the
that, I'm
squirrel.
not bringing you shit.
Kill the squirrel. Kill the squirrel in your bag.
You know
Give
what?
it the
I'm
squirrel.
Yep, give it to the squirrel.
Let it be a fucking pissed off squirrel.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you pull the squirrel out and like break its neck. Is that what's going on here? Because Melody would not do that.
So sad. Yes, she would not. I'm like, somebody else is gonna
If
have
she
to do
wants
it.
her fucking body back, I bet she would.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm
no,
gonna snap
she-
its back in a fucking
I was
heartbeat.
about to say I'm gonna hand it. I can't do it. But here, just.
So you just like hold it out. You pull it out of the bag and just hold the squirrel.
What
Roll
about the
that.
person she's in? Can we switch the souls?
You
of the
got to get her soul
Melodude
out of that
and-
body first.
Do we not have something of transference?
No, we don't. We haven't gotten it yet.
Nope, not yet.
Hold on. Hold
Okay,
on
okay,
now.
I was confused.
Clancy is gonna cast a spell. Which spell were you? Okay. Tell it to wait a day. Or like an hour.
Okay. I'm like, they're saying you that we can do something if you wait an hour.
She says, "I'll not tarry any longer. I'll take my leave." And she turns around and starts walk away.
In that case, Clancy stabs her with the dagger.
Roll for it.
Nah, fucking go fuck myself. Gotcha.
Yeah, you go to stab her, and a tendril comes out of her back, wraps it around your arm, and forces the dagger into your own chest.
Holy shit.
And you can just roll damage
Cool.
on yourself. That'd be fine.
That's not good. That's not good at all. So I don't know if you remember that dagger, but that's the dwarven freezing dagger.
Sure. I didn't know that's the dagger you're holding, but okay.
Yeah. Well, I said that Fiamma gave a dagger to Clancy.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you and like you got a 6 too. Good for you. You stab yourself, and ice starts forming around your body, and you sort of get encased in a wall of ice. When that happens,
I want to say, toss me the dagger.
he can't. He's like it's in his hands, and he's all frozen up.
Said his body started to freeze. You didn't say his fucking hands froze instantly. It's gonna take a second, and they're gonna freeze him instantly.
I doubt he has the ability to like toss it to you. You can come take it from him, maybe.
Good, I'm gonna take it from him.
Yeah. Okay. You take the dagger. Sure. I mean, whatever.
Great,
Got it.
I'm gonna jump and try to stab the bitch and while I come down on top of her.
Okay. Roll a dex attack.
Yep, that's happening.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. And roll some damage.
D8,
Okay. So yeah, you come down on top of her, stabbing her. You in the back, or?
Yep.
Yep. And
Apparently freezing her solid.
she sort of cries out, ah, and then like starts freezing up, and there we are. So now what?
Cool.
How
Fiamma's
do we-
gonna walk up, and instead of Zuko styling any goddamn thing, she's just gonna make a fireball in her hand and turn it black, and then put it on her fucking head.
Put it on what?
On her head or the frozen statue's head?
Frozen statue chick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like-
she just kills herself.
I don't know. I don't understand what you were saying. You said her head.
Are you putting it in her head or just on top of her head?
In her head.
Okay, all right.
It's black fire, so it's not gonna melt the ice. It's gonna burn
Right.
the soul. She's freezing, so
Yeah.
shouldn't really be an attack roll there.
Yeah. Well, there's still the attack of like the amount of damage it does, right? So you're just doing you're rolling damage.
15.
Nice.
Shit.
Yeah. You can hear sort of like otherworldly screams as you're putting the fire into the head, and the ice starts to rattle and shake and crack as you're doing that. Um, while that's going on, what's Gray doing? Right?
Um, so, oh my God. So, I guess I'm gonna attack it.
Okay. While it's frozen and being burned by Fiamma.
Fiamma's gonna heartily recommend just making sure it can't move. I can literally just burn its soul, and we can take Melody's body and go.
Okay, then
1 second.
that's fine. I'm going to hold on to it.
And I stab it with the dagger again. Will that just refreeze it?
Grasp it firmly by the non-shaft.
Yeah. Well, the dagger is still in it, right? So I mean, if you remove the dagger, it'll probably weaken the freezing aspect.
So
I
you're
guess.
saying that if the dagger stays in it, it stays frozen?
It will stay frozen longer. It'd be harder for her to break out, essentially.
Okay.
I mean, your character doesn't know that, so there's that, I guess. But
You can keep shanking
Well-
with your stun rapier.
I guess I didn't realize that. Well, that's true. I just didn't realize that stabbing it with the dagger would make the dagger stick in it. I thought it would just freeze.
Yeah.
Not freeze with the
Yeah.
dagger in it.
I guess yeah. So like, I mean, even if you ever look over like at Clancy, like the ice is already melting, right?
Fucking cold too.
Yeah, all right, but like, I think I wouldn't leave the dagger in it. I'm just
Okay.
telling you, as my character, I would have
Okay,
stabbed and
all right.
pulled the knife out and
All right.
dropped.
Well, yeah. And then I mean, once you pull the knife out, the ice. I mean, it freezes, but then it does start to melt. And obviously, it's shaking and cracking, and it's like she's going to be
Okay.
loose soon.
And I'm gonna stab her again.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I mean, just roll some damage for the moment.
All right, well, I'm stabbing her in the back.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yes. I mean, you do some more damage, yeah, the ice crystals start to sort of reform as it's sort of she's screaming and everything's shaking, then Gotrin, this is all happening. Is there anything you're doing?
Me?
Gotrin.
I think
Oh, I was going to say, I thought I was holding on to it.
so. She's frozen.
Yeah.
We don't want to kill her. No, I'm just gonna get myself together and assist Fiamma however I can. So is all her tentacles frozen too, or are they
Yeah.
like frozen out?
Dirty
Yeah.
We're gonna start chopping off tentacles and
Oh
hitting some of the
God,
side.
not the dirty water.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start hitting it
Can't
Pour
in
walk
the
dirty
fast
water
and
in
shit
its
its
mouth.
brains out.
see
Yeah.
if we can't shatter and damage him.
Okay. So, yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. Just roll some damage then. Cool. Damn. Okay. All right. So, all right. Yeah, you start hacking off some of the tentacles and stuff, then so as she's sort of burning and the screeching is happening, tentacles are being chopped off. Suddenly there's sort of this outpouring of power, and all the ice shatters, and all the goo like puffs up really like big and massive, and then just like immediately shrinks back down into Melody's body, which falls to the ground, and then it just sort of starts leaking out of her, all the stab wounds and everything into the ground, and then there's sort of like Melody's now lifeless body on the ground with this black goo spilling out of it. What do you
Real
want to
bummer.
That's some nasty shit.
do? Yeah.
All right. Well, need you to stab the body with that dagger, Mist.
What dagger?
We want to keep it preserved,
Oh,
and also that is
Just-
Fiamma's dagger. She keeps track of it.
yeah, that's fine. I'm not keeping it. I just freezing the body. So do I stab it or do I like keep the dagger in it? What do you want me to do, man?
Just
What
like
are you
stab
gonna
it in the
do?
leg. It'll be fine.
All right, I'm
Well,
gonna
we have
find
to wait
the-
like an hour for Clancy to like commune so he can reuse his cleric spells.
I'm gonna stick the dagger in a hole that already exists. Not stabby style.
It's probably a good move.
God.
Yeah. So Melody, you look down at your body and it's just ravaged with like stab wounds and stuff's leaking out of it. What is your response here?
I still hope. God, I hope it holds together.
It'll be fine. We grew a new body out of bones. We can grow yours back.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, I say very hesitantly.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, you put the dagger in, and it sort of starts to refreeze over, and um, can you roll discern realities for me, Mist?
Sure.
Yeah, cool.
This will not go well.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, sounds great. Anyways, yeah. So the body freezes over, and like I said, there's sort of like liquidy goo just flowing out of her body like blood into the ground and the surrounding area. But the body is dead. I mean, the body is dead.
I'm sad, but that's okay.
But he's not saying the goo is dead. Burn the goo.
The goo is magic, right?
Yeah, it was formed by magic. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, it's not
Magic
moving or
and
anything. Like it is leaking out as though it were just black blood. I mean, there's no.
Yeah, but where's it going? In the ground? It's just going in
It's
the
just
ground?
like blood would spill out onto the ground. It's not like actively trying to get into the ground or anything. It's just flowing out into the ground.
Okay, well, I'm going to make it... I'm going to state this, that I'm not stepping in that shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Clancy is gonna start communing, so
All right. So yeah, I mean, time goes
whatever
by.
happens for the next hour, yeah.
Yeah. Nothing exciting happens for the next hour, other than like maybe Melody like cries in the corner.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Time for some spell casting.
All right. What are you casting?
First I'm casting Trap Soul.
Okay.
Cool. I will pull Melodude's soul out into a gem.
Okay.
And then I'll lose the spell afterwards. It's fine.
Okay. So Meldude's body goes limp.
Yes. I'm gonna take the gem, put it. I'm gonna put it in Melody's mouth. We need to unthaw the body now.
Alright, I pull the dagger out.
Once it's unthawed enough to like move the jaw, I'm gonna put the gem in its mouth and then I'm gonna cast Resurrection.
Okay.
With the 7, so I'll lose that spell too.
Okay. So and how does resurrection read?
Tell GM who you'd like to resurrect. As long as the soul hasn't fully departed this world, it's always possible. You get to tell me some things that, like conditions that would need to be fulfilled. Like it might take days, weeks, months for it to happen. I might have to get help from somebody, or it might require a lot of money, something like that.
Okay.
Which
I
is
think-
weird because I don't know why resurrecting someone would cost gold.
I
Right.
agree. What are you
Um,
paying?
Right. To a DD or
I'm
something.
paying Jesus.
So
The devil demands money.
I think in this instance that it's not it's not it's not the most like permanent of holds. Like it could give out, right? Like an organ donor or something where it like could fail at some point in time. So it's not like you've resurrected her soul's in there, but it's not like it's kind of like Peter Pan's shadow, right? Like it's there, but like unless it's like sewn on.
It's not sewed on yet.
Yeah, it's not sewed on yet, essentially. So she's loosely in her body, essentially.
That makes me sad.
Yeah,
Now you've just got to meditate,
yeah.
the
strengthen
time.
your core.
Right.
Strengthen your core. Hold it in.
So yeah, and obviously the resurrection doesn't say anything about how much it doesn't like give like a lot of life or anything. So she's still like like only.
Full of stab
Time
wounds.
for one more spell.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a 10.
right.
Cure moderate wounds.
All right. Cool. Yeah. And there's a certain amount of
You get 12 health.
cool. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're
I'm also going to pour a health potion down her throat.
cool.
So that's 10 health.
All right, nice.
22
so,
health.
So Melody, you're back alive in your body. It feels violated for sure, probably.
Oh yeah.
And
There
you've
are
got some
many
gnarly
more holes than
scars
there used to
now from having been,
Hey, Melody's full health again. Yeah.
and you might be like 10 pounds lighter. You're not exactly sure where it came from, though. So,
Thanks, guys.
Yep. Sorry that rough. Don't
This is
forget your
great.
bag on the Melodude.
No, I
Bring the
got it.
squirrel.
yeah. And then yeah. So that the inside of Melodude is Skelly's skeleton and skull.
That's not good.
Is it?
We burn it.
Fiamma incinerates it
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
slowly, methodically, making sure there's not even dust left.
Yeah. And well, the bones too, are just the skin.
The bones.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, you incinerate what's left of the Melodude body and Skelly bones. And sort of that's that.
Wow. That
Well-
was just off.
Also, I don't think we can go back to town. Also, there's
They-
not much in town, anyways.
Except for your
There
cart
is-
and
Yeah,
your
that place sucked.
and your raptor and your donkey and Hugo.
we
I'm gonna go
grabbed-
back
We're
into
going back
town
in
and
town.
get Hugo and the Raptor and all
Not
that
me.
shit. I can sneak in there. It's no problem.
Yeah, Fiamma's gonna stay outside.
So Melody, you have your body back. You no longer are possessed by the black goo. How you feeling?
Shoeless.
surprisingly quiet.
Yeah.
And I'm like loud because I'm so used to having to talk over the voices. Like I'm like kind of like doing the thing where I'm cleaning out my ear going, oh my god, it's so quiet.
Does it feel a little lonely inside your head? I don't know.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll take it. I will fucking take it.
Yeah.
It's
So
obvious.
Mist, you go in town to get. So yeah, I mean, Hugo is just like at the bar, right?
Yeah.
Heavily
Okay.
drinking after all that shit.
Yeah, for sure. What do you say to him? I mean, he's just sitting there, he's drinking, and he looks a little pale.
I'm like, Hugo, go get the cart. Meet us on the outside of town.
He's like, huh?
I point in
What?
the direction we're at.
What? Listen. Is all that weird stuff still going on?
Nope. Let's
No.
go.
He's like, listen, man, I don't know if 10 gold's enough. All right, this has been one heck of a day. All right, I don't know if
We
I
paid you a small fortune. You come with us now, or there will be consequences.
He says, oh, okay, yeah, just don't kill me, please.
Don't consequence me, please.
Don't
He
consequence
says,
me.
I'll be right there. And he leaves, right, to go get the stuff. So yeah, I mean, a little bit of time goes by, and he comes out with the cart, he still looks pretty like pale or anything, and he sees Melody, and he says, "What's she doing here?"
It's really her.
He's, "What do you mean, really her? I mean, really her just tried to kill everyone."
Nah, we took care of that problem.
It's called possession, dude.
He says, yeah. Oh, okay. And where's the skeleton?
Yeah, that thing's gone.
He's
Very
gone.
gone.
Yeah.
Very dead.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. And
Clancy's gonna be like, I know how you feel, old chap. Here's another, I don't know, 50 gold.
he's like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Yep. No talkie. And he's like, puts his hands over his mouth and he says, yep, okay. And then, so yeah.
I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah. Mist, can you roll a discern realities for me?
God damn it, Mike. All right, I'm gonna burn one of my things to get an 8.
Okay. You you notice a crack in the jar that you were carrying around.
Oh.
And
Is the goo still in it?
the jar's empty.
Oh. I should probably rename myself.
So there's a crack in the jar and it's empty.
Okay.
So that's all you got. Where are you headed to next?
Well, I throw the jar on the ground. Say good
Let's
riddance.
go fuck up that pyramid or whatever.
The sand ruins, sand temple.
Yeah, I'm down for a dungeon crawl next week.
Yeah, to the dungeon.
Cool. I mean, do you tell the rest of the group? Hey, yeah, we're gonna go to like this sand dungeon.
Yep.
Yeah, and everyone's okay with that.
Yeah.
Fuck it, why not?
All right. Cool. And so yeah, that's what we'll do next week then. We'll go.
So, real quick,
Mhm.
does the needle function as a regular needle and thread?
The one that does the soul stuff, not the soul stuff, but the emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably use it as a regular needle.
I asked Gray if I can use it to patch up my bag since the strap was broken. Okay,
What if you use your emotions as thread to stitch your soul back to your body, man?
Oh,
And souls,
my goodness.
Holy shit.
souls aren't emotions. Sorry.
No, the emotions are the string, man, that ties your soul to this mortal coil.
Yeah. Um,
But I fix my bag and then
Yeah.
I give him back.
Cool. Your bag seems vibrant and happy.
Aw, that makes me happy. I was sad before.
You might have given the bag emotions.
Aw. I made a bag! No!
I also give the dagger back to Clancy.
Yeah.
I'm a little sad, but no one notices.
Clancy says thank you and then hands it to Fiamma. I don't want to steal from you. You might kill me.
Cool. And does anyone attempt to talk to Hugo as you guys are leaving? And you should have given him a new heading.
Yeah, I talked to Hugo, even though I
taking a
really
nap.
don't like him now because he, clearly when things got tough, he only wanted to get my pants, and when I magically grew a penis, he got
He
scared.
shit his.
He's a simple merchant, a junk trader.
Whatever.
Now
Well-
he's a simple R cart carrier.
So
Yeah, rich cart carrier.
yeah,
He doesn't realize that this job is for life,
yeah.
no matter how short that is.
Yeah. Once you're in, you never get out. Yeah.
Once you're in, you usually
Oh,
don't
you
have
get
time
out.
to get out.
I'll
You
talk
just
to
get
him,
out
but
when
I'm
you
sore
die.
about all this.
The retirement plan is death. Yeah, cool.
But the benefits are like thousands of gold before you die.
Yeah, you'll be insanely rich for a little while.
We're the devil. We're literally the devil.
Yeah.
Spend it on blow and hookers.
Is his mouth still open?
Yeah, I mean,
I go up and shut it again.
yeah. He's like,
With my ammonia smelling hands.
he's like, thanks. Oh God, what is that smell?
Money and adventure, baby.
He says, yeah, they had showers in that town.
Good for them.
That's
Sorry.
nice.
Good for them.
But clearly they were fresh out of loyalty.
You can come sleep in my bed again tonight. The ammonia is only on my hands.
Yeah. Well, you guys are in a cart now, so your bed is basically, I don't know if you pitch
yeah.
tents or whatever. I don't know. Lay on the ground.
No, there will be tents pitched.
For sure.
I put an arm. I've dangled an arm around him and just gently.
You just put your fingers underneath his nose or something. All right, cool. All right, well, that's we'll fade out, and then we'll pick up next week with a nice little sand dungeon. So thanks for playing, guys. Sound? Oh, the Discord went away. Yep, that's a problem. Yep.
There we go.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was. Yep.
We were God for a hot second
Yep.
there.
It was great.
Yeah. Cool.
Hugo grew a pair of balls.
Nice. All right. Cool. Yeah. So like I said, we'll close out there, and we'll pick up next week with the dungeon crawl.
Sounds good.
So yep. Thanks for playing, guys. Good time.
Sweet.
Later.
Mike.
Bye.
Night.
Later.
You're-